What's up, y'all? This is Hussein Nasser from iGeometry. Today we're going to bring you a very light episode, actually. So today we're going to learn how to create a button or a command on ArcMap in order to do some action. So the idea of customizing ArcMap or writing ArcObject on top of ArcGIS desktop is the ability to extend the capability of this platform to do more stuff, right? So let's go ahead and just open this project that I previously created. This is an ArcMap project and it has some layers and it's pointing to a geodatabase. If you want to know more about layers and geodatabases, go to my first playlist. I'm gonna reference it here, so you can click and learn more about these kind of concepts of ArcGIS. All right, so an example of a button basically is think of it like you will add a button here, and then when a user click on that button, some action happens. And things this is an example. Full extent is a button. When you click on it, you go to the full extent. Uh, back Go back to the previous extent. That's another button. You click and you expect an action. So uh, this is opposite for a tool which expect a user input, right? So we're gonna talk about the tools and different kind of inputs that you can or controls that you can build on top of ArcMap and do stuff with it. So today we're gonna learn how to build one of those, and we're gonna do a very simple thing. We will basically loop through all layers and just display the layer names. Not very useful, but you can go take it from there, right? So let's take it very vanilla here. I don't want to save the project. You go and open your Visual Studio 2015. Again, um, this video to get started with this, to create a button or to customize ArcMap, you should have gone through the setting up your development environment, which is another video that we have developed before, and I'm going to reference it again in this video. All right, so all you have to do is basically create a new project, and then you will see the ArcGIS extension for Visual Studio. Again, we made another video that showed you how to set up your development environment from scratch. All right, so you go to ArcGIS, we'll stick with add-ins, and I'm going to develop on top of ArcMap, all right, which is another software that ESRI provide. So I'm gonna do an ArcMap add-in, and let's give it a name. Let's say this is list my layers. All right, very simple. So that's my project name. I'm the author. You can fill in this information. You can pick up an icon for your add-in, etc. And this is what I'm interested in: add-in types. There are many types, and we're going to discuss them one by one in different episodes. So today we're going to just discuss a button. What is a button? Okay, my button name is basically list all layers button, right? List all layers. Very simple. Image. All right, we picked an image, and this image will basically be the icon where the button will go, basically. So this is very important to pick. So I just picked one image here. So category, this is very important. This is, think of it like a bucket where all your buttons, tools, drop down lists will go into, right? So I'm gonna create a new category called iGeometry, and let's just leave the rest as is. Okay, this is the tooltips and some other descriptions, right? And just to go ahead and do finish, this will start creating my project. It will create the class on which I will start creating my codes. So this is the add-in XML. It has very basic information. You can muck with this and change very basic things like the name and and the tooltip, the same thing that we changed, but in an XML format. So this is what we are interested in here. So a class was created, list all layers button. So every button, every control gets its own class. It's a pure object-oriented concept, not something new. All right. On click, that's the event that will get fired when you click on that button. So to do that is basically just to write, we need to write code here. So I'm going to delete all code here, and we need to start writing the code where it will basically list all layers and display it in some sort of a message box. So message box in C# are for some reason are not shown by default, so you have to add a reference to it. All right, so I'm gonna add the forms reference, which will enable the messages. So you can do message box. Let me adjust this reference. You can do message box.show. All right, so let's just say hello world for now, right? And I'm gonna go ahead. This is a very simple project that will, when you compile, it will register that add-in with ArcMap, and then when you start ArcMap, what happens is that add-in will get added to the list of categories, and then you can add it to the map. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's ArcMap. To add my button, it's not added by default because ArcMap or the software doesn't know where to add it, right? So you have to add it yourself. So you go to commands. Of course, there are ways to add it from the code, but we'll not go through this now. So if you go through iGeometry category, which is the one we created, that's my nice layer, right? That's not my nice button. I'm gonna drag it right here, then close, right? And simple, click, hola, hello world. Very simple, intuitive program. So let's do a little bit more than that. Right, we closed. To list all the layers, you need an interface. You need access to the interface, which is IMX document, which is the map document, which is the ArcMap document in this case. So I'm going to declare a variable here called document, and then I'm going to do arcmap.application.document, and let's go ahead and cast that IMX document. So this is complaining because there's another reference, but do using, and it will start importing that correct reference, which is azure.arcgis.arcmap UI. And let's go ahead and create a variable called layers, empty string, and we'll do a loop. For integer I equals 0, I less than pmx document dot active view dot focus map. Wait, it's dot focus map dot. We have to add the reference for the map. All right, go ahead and add that. And then you do layers. Layers count. Layer count. And then I++. So this will basically loop through all layers from 0 to the last one. And then I will do layers equal layers plus pmx document dot focus map dot layer sub I. And then for fun, I'm gonna add environment.newline. Finally, hello world environment.newline plus layers. Let's see if that will work. Save, compile, and then execute. I'm gonna open the project, the first project, which has some layers in it, because all right, wait for it. Oh, we made a mistake here. All right, so we're listing that we tried to basically display the actual layer objects. So it just came up as the name, right? So very small bug here. To solve it, we just add, it's an object, the actual layer is an object. What do you want to display in each layer? Is it the name? Is it the ID? Is it the different kind of things? It's good to run into these problems so you can see what problems a developer runs into with all kind of different kind of things, right? And click. There you go. Hello world. That's the message we added. Device, tower, dead areas, tower range, and servers territory. Finally, the base map. All right, guys, that's all for us today. It's a very short episode. We're gonna see you on the next one. Bye.